Ladies and gentlemen, this is Jamel from Fantasy Life, and today we're going to bring you the Tone breakdown. Now, Tone is a very, very good Titan, and most people say that he's overpowered because of how well balanced he is. In terms of his capability, he's like a combination of a Legion and like a North Star, in the sense that he can be played like a tank, because his attacks are fairly powerful. And he does have a lot of accuracy, but he's also relatively mobile too. He's pretty mobile, similar to a North Star. So Tone is a very, very balanced character and can be played in a multitude of ways. So I do highly recommend playing with Tone if you can play with Tone. His best loadout, again, the thing about Tone is it kind of caters to your particular playstyle with him. I can pretty much recommend anything with this Titan because he's so freaking good. He's so good, and that's why most people tend to think he is OP. It's because he's very easy to pick up and use. He can be used in multiple ways. You can play with him fairly aggressive because his 40mm tracker cannon does a decent amount of damage, and he has like the particle wall, which absorbs a decent amount of bullets and stuff like that, and protects him very well. As you can look in the bottom right, his damage is a 2, his health is a 2, his mobility is a 2. He's a very, very well balanced Titan, more balanced than Ion in my opinion, and because of that, he can adapt to various situations. So I mean, if you want to do the assault chip with him, by all means do the assault chip. If you want to have him do his own thing and get kills for you while you're out as a pilot doing that, by all means, that's up to you. Stealth, auto eject, again, I'm not the biggest fan of this. I could care less about this. The turbo dash is actually pretty good with him. His nuclear ejection is also very good because you can just run up to a Titan when you're about to die and then kind of auto eject and nuke the area. Counter ready is okay if you worry about people jumping on your back very often. I wouldn't recommend that for him as well because he is fairly mobile, especially if you go with like the turbo engine, which I'm gonna do. I want him to be mobile. I want him to, you know, bob and weave and dash and stuff like that. In terms of his Tone kit, has a bunch of things. Enhanced tracker rounds. If you do a critical hit, it actually applies 2 tracker marks. So basically with this particular Titan, whenever you shoot him with your tracker cannon, it illuminates a little tracker mark on them for each hit. You get 3 hits, you can then activate his tracking rockets, which automatically basically hits him. He shoots like a crap ton of rockets, and if you can only shoot it once you actually lock on him with the 3 hits from the tracker cannon, and then he shoots a crap ton of rockets from his shoulder, and it does a decent amount of damage. In fact, it does a little bit too much damage. I do think it might need a slight nerf. Maybe have him shoot a little bit less rockets at you, because those rockets do some serious damage, and because they're locked onto you, they can kind of curve around a corner somewhat, so they can definitely hit you. Like once he hits that 3rd mark, he's gonna hit you. He also has that sonar lock where it kind of acts like getting hit with a tracker cannon, where it kind of shoots the sonar, and in that particular area illuminates any enemies in that particular area. But what it does is it also adds a mark as if he got hit with a tracker cannon. So if somebody's hiding behind like a corner or behind a rock or something, so you won't shoot them, you can do that and it'll still add the mark, and if that's the 3rd mark that you need, you can then shoot the rockets and it'll most likely still hit them. So he's very overpowered in that particular sense. So you can do that, and this is if you get a critical, you add 2 markers as opposed to 1, which will shorten the time for you to shoot them with the rockets, which is everybody's ultimate goal. Whenever you come across a Tone, try not to get hit 3 times with his tracker cannon, which is fairly difficult because it's like a semi. Basically, he can shoot it. It's not automatic or anything, but it's not as slow as a sniper rifle either. It shoots fairly decently in terms of its fire rate, and it does do a lot of damage. And on top of that, if he hits you 3 times, he's gonna shoot a barrage of missiles at you. So yes, he can be overpowered in that part, but I don't really recommend this because sometimes it can be really hard to get that critical hit, so you're kind of wasting it. This is something I do recommend. It lasts longer. So this is his defense. He can shoot a protective wall in front of him, and while that wall's in front of him, he can then shoot through the wall. So any incoming bullets, it's kind of like the A wall in this game. Any bullets coming towards you, it's not gonna affect it. You're gonna be there dancing and doing the pop and lock and stuff like that, and then shooting your cannon through there and wrecking them Titans. And it also helps too, because this is going to last longer and it's going to absorb more damage. So while your shield is taking the brunt of the damage, you can just be hitting a bang, bang, getting them 3 markers and then hit a barrage of missiles right after. So this is something I do recommend with them. I highly recommend with them. I'm probably going to use that. This has to do with his sonar pulse. So this is a good way to try to just illuminate the area and let you be aware of what enemies are in a particular area. And what it does is it pulses twice as opposed to just once. I haven't used this very much, so I'm not sure if that second pulse will add another marker. If it does, I highly recommend getting that. That would probably even make it OP. In fact, I'm probably going to test that out. Don't tell nobody, but I'm testing it out. Rocket barrage. Tracker rocket fires 2 additional missiles. You don't really need that because the barrage already does a crap ton of damage and shoots a crap ton of missiles, and you will see what I'm talking about. So I probably wouldn't recommend that. It kind of defeats the purpose. 2 extra rockets shouldn't make that big of a deal. But let's do the pulse. Again, with this, it's up to you. If you're going to do the assault chip, then go with the fast warp. If you're not, then do the dome shield so that he's not being tore up before you can jump in him. So that's what I'm doing. Do the dome shield, and I haven't really unlocked anything with them. So let's get into this gameplay. All right, you know what I mean? Let's get into this gameplay. Okay, and do some last Titan standing. Let's do this! 2 dashes. I'm so quick. I'm so fast. Oh, it does! Holy shit! Legion, you're right. You eat a dick, Legion! Oh, papa, papa! Let him rip, baby! Oh god, this thing's so good. Do that, get the 2 markers on him. Get away! This Titan's so good. Oh, gotta reload. Watch my back. Oh, come on. Come on. I'm tearing them up. I'm tearing them up. Get that second pulse. Woo! Oh shit! Okay, so we're gonna try this again, and I'm gonna have to retract my statement. Tone is pretty OP, and this class setup is just a shining example of just his capabilities. He's a very, very capable Titan. So what I was saying about that whole lock-on thing, you do the sensor thing, and what it does is the first pulse marks them, then the second pulse marks them again, and then you just shoot them 1 time, and then it locks on, and now you can just unload with the other missile. And he's dead already. I owned him. I owned him. He don't even know what hit him. Come on. I already got my salvo call. He's messed up now. He's messed up now, I'm telling you. Papa, don't run from me. Don't you run from me. Don't you run from me. You're dead. Dude, what the hell? Tone, you're so good. Holy crap. He's extremely mobile. As you can see, his bullets do a decent amount of damage. With this sonar pulse, not only am I knowing where the enemies are, I'm marking them. And then when you do the double pulse, it marks them twice. So all I gotta do is shoot them one time, and then I have my my barrage of missiles ready. So holy crap, Tone is highly, highly recommended. Where's the other Titan at? Oh, all right. So we won that one as well. We won the first one too. But yes, I highly recommend Tone. I particularly highly recommend this particular setup only because what would happen is even if you don't see the particular Titan, you can get those marks on them, and you can get those marks on multiple Titans if they're within a certain vicinity of each other. And then you shoot it, you get the 2 marks, and then once you see them, and if you have the second dash, you can kind of dash in, get the 2 shots in them, shoot the barrage of missiles, then dash out of the way before they even have a chance to shoot you. Or you can dash, throw up the shield, and then just let go, just let off on them. So with that being said, I hope you learned something from this video. If you get a chance to play with Tone, please use this class setup and kind of play similar to how I'm playing with him. And you're going to see a lot of success with this Titan because of how, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap, holy crap. Throw up the shield. I was talking and they caught me off guard. They did so much damage to me.
Friendly Titan attacking your target.
So, with that being said, remember, your life is a fantasy.